It's Street Talk with Loretta Rose. Today we are on location in Phenix City at Troy University Riverfront Campus. Phenix City Mayor's Educational Charity Ball is here giving out scholarships to organizations in Phenix City. 5 organizations will receive up to $1,600 each, which totals $8,000 that will be given out. You don't want to miss it. Stay tuned. It's Street Talk with Loretta Rose here on Beam TV. It's Street Talk, and I'm Loretta Rose, and we want to thank Mayor Eddie Lowe and the Mayor's Ball Committee for allowing us to go inside so we can capture this for the community. Also, the citizens of East Alabama is here as well. You're watching here on Beam TV. We're going to take you inside.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Come on,
Good
give us some
evening.
energy. All right. We've got some incredible honorees here this evening. It is my distinct honor and privilege to welcome you to the Troy University Phenix City campus. I serve as the campus vice chancellor for this location, and it's been about 10 months since I've been in this role, and I've hit the ground running. And Mayor Lowe, I want to just say thank you for extending a warm welcome to me, and Ms. Lowe, likewise. Since I'm a newbie to this community, I'm no longer a new person. I am family now. I've broken it down. I am family. I will be very brief. The services that you provide this community are very much needed. And Mayor Lowe and the Mayor's Ball Committee, thank you for your commitment to making an investment in the organizations that pour into this community to make this community the best that it can be. And so at this time, if I may, Mayor Lowe, to recognize the recipients who will be honored this evening. We have Hope Harbor. Congratulations. Anita.
Yeah.
Please stand. Yes, excellent. Hope Harbor.
Stand, just remain standing.
Yes, Communities of Transformation. Congratulations. Project Greenlight. Child Advocacy Center. And the Phenix City Initiative, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Again, I'm honored to welcome each of you here. Please continue the great work that you're doing. Troy University is a proud member of this community, and we will continue to do our part to support what you do and to grow this community. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Dr.
Thank you. All right, at this time, we'll hear from Ms. Monica Florence Moore. As we stated before, Yolanda Daniels couldn't be here today, so she will fill in the gap.
Good evening, everyone. Oh, y'all don't sound like we're getting money today. Okay, good evening, everyone. So, standing before you as the secretary of the 8th Annual Mayor's Ball Committee, it is indeed an honor to be here with you to make the presentations for the awards that have been given. This committee is a group of lifters and not leaners, as our mayor likes to put it. And we are an organization an organization filled with volunteers who work to gather, raise funds, beat the streets, do all things except take in a negative way, in order to make sure that our positively Phenix City community is blessed. So it is a great committee to work with. We, of course, are led by our presidents. Our president is Yolanda Daniel, as mentioned, and we have 2 co-presidents, Marilyn Brennan, who could not be with us this morning, this evening, as well as Kimberly Hinton Poole. And then we have other committee members that I'd like to call by name and ask them to stand so that they can be recognized as well.
Stand and remain standing until we applaud you.
We have Tracy Strong, Carolyn Walker, Annie Lindsay. Sign up Mrs. Lindsay takes anywhere from $1 up.
At one point this year is a penny up.
I found two, I was very embarrassed yesterday, I found 2 pennies, but I got.
Our subcommittee chair for community engagement, Wanda Cotton. Patricia Alexander. Joan Gatewood. Whitney Gray. Dick Jackson. Tony Lowe. Jeremy Gray. The Lowe's. And so as you can see, this is important for us. There are some committee members who could not be with us this evening, but it's important to us to come and be in the midst of you receiving the award so that you can continue to do the great work within our community. So, committee members?
Thank you all so much. Your man. Now, at this time, we're going to award presentations, the checks.
And as we call your name, you just come up and
Come up to the
accept.
front and remain standing at the front, and we will get a picture, right, Denise? And then at the end, we would like for, is this correct, Denise, that everyone take a picture again? Everyone that's here? So, 2 things. All the recipients remain standing up here so we can get the photo. And at the end, if everyone can remain here, and we'll get together where we can all take a picture. Okay? And let me say this, we're given a total of $8,000 each. Nonprofit agency will receive $1,600 each, and that was decided by the committee. So let's give a hand on that. Decided that amount, and we're just so thankful that we were able to have the money to be able to bless our community through you all. So with that said, we're going to turn it over to Joan Gatewood and Wanda Cotton. You need to take your mask off.
The Phenix Initiative.
Give them a hand. This is a group that did all the right things, and all of these agencies are truly nonprofit agencies that has their 501c3 status. And this is a group that really does things for the less fortunate in our community. And so we're grateful that we have some young people who sees the vision of Phenix City that will continue to much longer than a lot of us in here. So they're taking it by the rim, and we are so grateful for them.
And if you all would like to say something.
Speak on that.
I would just like to thank the Mayor's Ball Committee. We all served, the 4 members served on the committee, but we absolutely had no part in our selection for this award. We started an organization last year that was just kind of an off-the-cuff, last-minute thing, and we ended up giving away several hundred turkeys last year at Thanksgiving. We regrouped with Miss Lowe, Tony Lowe, and several others in the community around Christmas, and we were able to give out over 200 bikes and thousands of dollars worth of toys. And last summer we held our first inaugural football camp where we had over 100 campers come during a tropical storm. And we had first round NFL draft picks. We had Jeremy Gray, who's a member of the Phenix Initiative, state rep, former collegiate player, professional players. It was just a really cool event, and we're going to use this money to set forth our camp this year. And any money that we make off the camp this year will be returned back into the community and fund literacy programs throughout Russell County and greater Phenix City area. So thank you so much, Mayor and Ms.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, yeah, on December 23rd, we have an activity at the Central Activity Center where we'll be giving out Christmas presents again. So if you have any donations, or Ms. Hammack, if you have any suggestions, I know you may. We take both. So donations or suggestions, whatever it may be.
Communities and transformation.
Ms. Lily Watt.
Well, I guess I follow suit.
Yes.
Say a few things about communities of transformation. We just work with the community to try to strive to help people who have lost their way at some point in time in their life. They might have wanted to finish high school, or didn't go to college, or they want to go to college, or they want to get that GED. So we work with them to try to help them to make goals so that they can set those goals and accomplish those goals, one person or one family at a time, just so they can strive to do better and make better for themselves. Now, we will use this money that you're giving us, and we're so grateful for it. Thank you so very much. And for all your community members, thank you all. And thank you for remembering communities of transformation. But we will use this money to help our community to stay afloat, because really 20 and 21 has been a rough year for us. Really have. And we're going to keep trying to relaunch and regroup our community, because we lost some members and we need to lost some supporters, and we need to do a lot of work to try to stay involved in the community and help everybody else out. So thank you all. I'd like to encourage you all to continue to do the work that you're doing as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Russell County Child Advocacy Center.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Yeah, no, we said a few minutes. I can say that. No, I'm just teasing.
Yeah, the mayor knows that when you get me started talking about what we do.
Show your passion. Go ahead.
Yeah, he knows. I don't know how to, all I can say to Mayor Lowe, Ms. Lowe, and the committee is thank you so much. Not just for us as an organization, but for all of the nonprofits, because we all depend on each other for this community to make things happen. But for us particularly, we work with children who are victims of sexual abuse, severe physical abuse and neglect. We have a really close partnership with Hope Harbor, because so many of their families coincide with some of ours. But the biggest thing for me is that we talk about heroes all the time, and we talk about what people are out there doing that are heroes in the community. And I always say that you don't know, you don't see the kids that we serve, you don't see the kids that's lives are literally not just changed, but when you're saving them. So I want each of you to know that because of your efforts, when you lay your head on your pillow at night, you can know that you're putting your head on your pillow as a hero because you made a difference in somebody's life. And on behalf of our staff and board of directors and the kids that we serve, we say thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, and at this time, I would like to call Hope Harbor.
I just want to say thank you for this. We are new to Russell County, but we are not new to what we do. And for those of you that don't know us, we serve victims of domestic violence. So this money will go directly to the victims that we serve that are in Russell County and in this area. We are changing lives just like each one of these nonprofits is doing. We are the silent people that you see working behind the scenes. So thank y'all. Thank you. This is important to us and it means a whole lot. Okay.
Thank you.
And as Ms. Lowe stated, last but not least, Project Green Light.
Come on up.
We're trying.
Congratulations. Thank you. Congratulations. Right.
Well, so most of, if you don't know, Project Greenlight, we serve the foster care community, and we serve by having a visitation center, which allows parents who have access to their biological children to come in a safe environment and visit. Prior to, we found out they were visiting in fast food restaurants, and so the children would be playing up in the slides, and the parent would be waiting for the child to come down. Understandably, the parent would be on their phone, kind of hanging out, which is fine, except when these parents and children don't live together, they're not creating a bond, they're not creating a safe place. So when these children get put back with their biological parents, there's nothing that's been established that lets the family know there's a relationship, and the children go back to strangers. So we wanted to create a situation where the children had a place to be in a situation where they were visiting one-on-one in a home-like environment, and in that situation we learned that these parents really truly did not have the life skills to be good parents. And so when they come, we have a kitchen and we encourage them to cook a meal for their child, and we encourage them to play one-on-one with their children. A lot of them never have learned that as a parent that's something that you do. So things that are common sense to us are not common sense to all parents, and so we teach them that in a safe environment. One of the things that we learned during the pandemic was that there was, even though everything slowed down and kind of was hidden from us with the foster care system, one thing that became really apparent to us is that we weren't getting a lot of reports coming in with foster care, but that's because the kids weren't in school, they weren't in daycare. So all these kids were being victims and no one knew, they were completely under the radar. And so those of us nonprofits didn't have a choice to not serve because these children never stopped being victims. And so during that time, I had a lot of time to think, and we realized that we have to get to a point where we're realizing there's a reason for this stuff. So let's stop putting Band-Aids over, oh, you need to visit your kids and we're gonna check something off the box because the judge says this is what we have to do. We're gonna get down to a little deeper. So very prayerfully I said, if we can receive the funds to come in, we're gonna transition our programs where we still look after the foster children, but we're gonna transition also into looking after the people before they get into a crisis where they lose their kids. And so that's what we'll be doing with the funds that have come in. We have been helping families that are helpless get out of homelessness. We've been helping women who are transitioning out of Hope Harbor live independently. And so being really proactive about doing what we need to do to make sure kids don't end up in foster care. Or if the parents end up getting their kids back, really investing in them and saying that you can do it, let's start over and go from here. So thank you for this opportunity, and thank you for your support to our community members.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, should we take the picture now, or do we wait until you want to do closing first? Well, let me say this. Deborah and I are so grateful for this community. And I always say this, they've heard this a million times, and they're gonna hear it another million times. A couple of things. One thing is, the quickest way for any community to get ahead is to build the people up in it. That is what these agencies do. Also, I've said this and you've heard me say this. There are things that we do will echo throughout eternity. This is one of those things. Because the most important thing that any of us can do is to think of others more than we do ourselves. And we believe that in our hearts, I believe that, and that's what we'll do. But let me tell you this, we cannot do it without the community. And we certainly cannot do it without these community groups. There are several of them that are not here, but as it's been stated, we asked for $1 up, and we've gone to a penny.
No, we started at a penny.
We started at a penny.
Miss Lindsay took it up.
My second grade teacher. Because we know what it does to help this community. And to these agencies, you all are helping making Phenix City positively, as we say, positively Phenix City. And I want to encourage you, Deborah, and I want to encourage you all. It's not easy. It's not easy for any of us. But it is so important that this take place this time of year because it gives us all the attitude and the mindset and the remembrance to reflect on why we were created and what we do because of the love we have in this community. This is the time of year to reflect, to realize what's important, and that is each other. There's no way we can make it without each other. And one thing that COVID should have taught us, and it's still continuing to teaching us, that we truly need each other. And to these agencies that help the less fortunate, kudos to you all. I will tell you this, that there were 11 agencies that did apply. We followed the criteria that the committee chose these 5 based on them getting all those major criteria things in. So they are doing it correctly and they're doing it right. And we want to applaud you all for that. But again, we are so grateful that we can continue to get out and fight and scrap to get this money to give it back to our community. We are a nonprofit agency. No one on this committee get 1 penny. We raise the money to bless our community. And thank you all so much for that and for what you do. Deborah and I can't thank you all enough. To this committee members, we thank you all. Let's not get tired. It's time to go the second mile. So with that, my wife, I want you to say something.
You said it all. He said it all. But we'll do. Good evening once again, and as he stated, what you all do for this community, just know it's not going unnoticed. We see what you're doing and you're making a difference. And that makes it easy for us to do what we do. Hearing you all tonight made me want to start making phone calls tonight, raising funds for next year. We appreciate what you do for our community, and let's keep Phenix City positively Phenix City. Thank
Be a lifter and not a leaner. And it doesn't take anything from a candle to light another candle. So we're going to continue to light people.
Thank you all once again.
Thank you all so much.
We are here at Troy University where the Mayor's Education Charity Ball have passed out and blessed so many community organizations. I believe it's about 5. And for the welcome, we had Dr. Rosser Nim, who is the Vice Chancellor here at Troy University. Thank you for your time. I just wanted the community to get to really know who you are. And I want to know your feedback on this wonderful community give back.
Oh my goodness, Loretta, this is a fantastic event, and it just was a pleasure to be here to really see the inaugural, I believe this is the inaugural distribution of funding to support some really, really incredible nonprofit organizations. The fact that they chose, that the mayor chose to host the event here. I'm just really proud, and we will continue to support the community, to support the mayor's vision for Phenix City. We are here to help him move positively Phenix City forward. Thank you.
We appreciate you, and thank you all for your support. We appreciate Troy University. You're watching here on Beam TV. And now we're talking to Phenix Initiative, and they have a check. They got the money. Congratulations to you all. Nick, what would you like to say? Because this is a blessing, I heard.
No, it definitely is a blessing. We just want to thank Mayor Lowe, First Lady Lowe for this opportunity to continue to advance our community forward. We started this organization a little over a year ago. We've done a lot of things, and you've helped us cover so many of those things, and this will continue to help us, propel our community forward and continue to empower our youth. And that's really our main goal and mission of this organization, is to continue to push all of the children in our community forward, and these funds will enable us to continue to do that.
Let the community know again what Phenix Initiative, what are you all about?
So the Phenix Initiative is a nonprofit organization that we started a little over a year ago, and it's just rooted in community service and community involvement. And we are truly a youth empowerment organization. We've done so many things over the course of a year, and the main one being a football camp this past summer where we had over 100 community area youth come out and do a cheer and football camp. We had professional football players, first round draft picks. It was a truly great experience, and we're going to do the same thing this year. This July, actually, we'll have the date coming forward soon, and we will have that event this year, and any funds that we receive, make a profit off that, will all be reinvested into our community for literacy initiatives in Russell County and Phenix City greater area.
Love, 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 love. And State Representative Jeremy Gray, he's our athlete, right? He's the athlete of the group, right? What would you like to say also to the Mayor's Ball Committee?
I would just like to really thank the committee. They didn't have to pick us. We're on the committee, so for them to feel inspired as a committee to pick us despite, right? Just really saying that what we're doing really matters. And we have to really congratulate the visionary, Tommy Lowe and Nick and Brittany. They just brought me along. I'm just happy to be here. And so all of the things that, me not being an actual resident of Phenix City, and me being involved just more than just on the political aspect when it's campaign time, but actually doing grassroots efforts, turkey drives, Christmas toy drives, and being a part of sports camps, I feel like that's what community is about, right? And so it gives me a chance to actually be involved and for people to actually know me for more than the state representative as Jeremy Gray.
Wow, well, we appreciate you all. And I want to let the community know, and shout out to you, Tommy.
Thank you.
And you too, beautiful Brittany. But let me tell you what happened. The ladies put the men forward tonight. So that's what's happening. They wanted to let them be the voice tonight. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you for having us.
You're watching here on cable TV. And now we are talking to Lily Wyatt. Help us to know your organization again.
Communities of Transformation.
Wow. And that is in Phenix City.
It's in Phenix City, Alabama.
Tell us a little bit about your organization, because I'm sure some of the people that are watching probably have never heard of it as well.
Okay. We are a nonprofit organization. We work with relational people. We are a mixture of all types of people, all denomination of people, all walks of life of people, and we get together to help those who are struggling and who wants to do better. We work with them to set goals that they want to accomplish and try to better their own life.
Wow.
We work with them, not for them,
Wow.
to help them to do
Beautiful. That is such a blessing. And you did a wonderful job with the prayer. Thank you so much. What would you like to say to Mayor Eddie Lowe, First Lady Lowe, and the Mayor's Education Bowl?
I'd like to thank them for everything they do, first of all, for Phenix City. Mayor Eddie Lowe and his wife are very positive.
Yes.
Positively Phenix City.
Yes.
They add a lot to Phenix City, and we're just enjoying them. And I thank them for this Mayor Ball committee. Thank the committee first too for choosing us, giving us this donation. We really do appreciate it. It will allow us to continue our nonprofit work.
Yes.
So we thank them for that, and just thank them for just everything that they do.
Absolutely. Well, we want to encourage you to continue because you're making a difference in changing lives more than you realize. Awesome. Thank you. You're watching here on Beam TV. And now we're talking to Lindsay Reese with Hope Harbor. Congratulations.
Thank you. We're so excited.
Well, we are too. I did not know we had Hope Harbor in Phenix City.
We do. We were officially funded with Alabama funding from the state in October 2020. So we have an outreach office here. We provide shelter across the river. Our ultimate goal down the line is to have a shelter in Phenix City. So that's what we do.
Wonderful. So help the community to understand more about the services you all provide.
We are the domestic violence program. So we provide emergency shelter, crisis intervention, counseling, advocacy, support, anything that the victims need, we will make sure they have. We like to wrap them in the services and hopefully, as they heal through this process, move towards a life free from violence and one where they're self-sufficient.
I love it. I love it. What would you like to say to Mayor Eddie Lowe, First Lady Lowe, and the mayor's educational committee members?
Thank you. This is our first big thing being a part of in Phenix City, and it's just a blessing to be included. And it's wonderful.
I love it.
And
I love
money's
it.
going to help so many.
Yes.
So many.
Well, we want to help and bless you all more. And so thank you for sharing with the community, because this is what we need to know, what's in our community. Wow, what a blessing. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're watching here on Beam TV. And now we're talking to Lynn Hammack. Please let us know the organization you're with.
Russell County Child Advocacy Center.
You said that with so much passion.
It always is. Been there 20 years, so it almost feels like it's a part of just me.
Oh, wow. I love it. Help the community to understand more about the services you all provide.
Okay, we serve children from Russell County, Phenix City, who are victims of sex abuse, severe physical abuse, neglect. Some of these kids could be witnesses to a violent crime. They could be witnesses to domestic violence. So our job is to interview those kids and then provide them the services such as counseling, maybe medical exams, advocacy and support along the way until it goes to prosecution. And everything that we do is of no cost to the families that we serve.
Wow, what a blessing. And I'm sure the check is a blessing as well.
Especially now.
Yes.
We lost about $70,000 in the budget last year due to COVID. Fundraising was low, contributions were low, and it's moments like this that when you get that little bit and everybody says, well, we know it's not much. No, but you don't understand. Every little bit that we get helps and makes a difference.
Yes.
And that little bit added with another little bit changes lives.
Absolutely.
And so our kids may walk in one way, but when they walk out, they're stronger and they're more resilient and they're happier.
Wow. And this helps the community to see where your donations are going as well. What would you like to say to the Mayor's Ball Committee, Mayor Eddie Lowe and First Lady Lowe?
Saying thank you doesn't ever seem like it's enough, but as a nonprofit director, I understand the hours that go into making an event happen. So to know that they don't get paid to do this, and it's done because of their passion and their desire to make their community better, and we're the recipient of that, it humbles us to be thought of that we're worthy of that. So we say thank you from the bottom of our hearts for the difference that you make in the community.
Wow. Thank you, Phenix City, and the Mayor's Education Ball as well. And now we're talking to some ladies with Project Greenlight, Jessica, of course, and Belinda Strickland, board member, correct? Awesome. All right. So, Jessica, congratulations.
Thank you so much. It was such an honor to receive this. There were apparently, I think, 11 people that applied. So to be one of the recipients, I was so honored because I didn't realize that there were other people that were taken into consideration. So
Oh, wow.
how generous
Such
of
a-
them, and to recognize the hard work that we're putting in every day.
Such an honor.
Yes.
Let everyone know your role with Project Greenlight.
I'm the executive director for our nonprofit.
Wow. And help the community to understand a little bit more briefly about the services you all provide.
Sure. So our main service is that we have our visitation center, and that's where biological parents come and visit with their children who are in foster care, or siblings who don't live together, because most of them don't. They're able to come and have a time to visit. And then we also help with our clothing closet and our baby closet, and we help parents who are trying to keep their kids out of foster care, and then also parents that are transitioning with their children once they get out of foster care.
Awesome, awesome. And Belinda Strickland, I see you so happy. You were having a happy dance because money is coming to the organization. Board member, correct?
I am, absolutely. I'm actually the secretary, and I work with Jessica, who's an amazing asset. I've never seen somebody work so hard
Yes.
at a group, and I'm so glad to be a part of it.
Yes.
And but you know me, my biggest role that I do here is I'm always the fundraiser.
Yes.
So my goal is to go out into the community and find ways to get us more money so that she can do great things with
Wow.
it. So she's the powerhouse. I just try to collect as much as I could, and the workhorse.
It works well. It works well.
Yes.
And you're always promoting things for Project Greenlight.
I always am doing that. As a matter of fact, the most current thing that we're doing right now, which is this right here, you may see this on my Facebook page, the Project Greenlight Facebook page, and over a whole bunch of other ads. And we are doing a 31 guns for 31 days, and we're working it with Money Miser and with our own 501c3 called the Grace of Goodwill, which is doing so many other orgs out there. But this one right here, it's going to run for 31 days, and we're trying to get 1,000 tickets sold.
Wow.
And as soon as we get those sold, hopefully in the next 3 to 4 weeks tops, then we're going to start, pulling the names, and people are going to be able to go over and pick out a gun. And if they don't want that, they could pick out jewelry, purses, whatever else. It's going to be interchangeable. But the goal of it is that when this gets done, if we could sell, 1,000 tickets of it, we're going to be donating another somewhere between $5,000 to $10,000, depending on how many tickets are sold, back to Project Greenlight. So we are pushing hard to make as much money for us, that we can.
Wow. See, this is what she does. She goes out in the community and promotes things for Project Greenlight. She's serious about Project Greenlight. Give her some money.
Give her some money. Buy a ticket.
So, thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
We appreciate your service in the community. And might I add, the community really don't get to see what all of these organizations do behind the scene. So we salute you. You all are our community heroes.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Thank you very much.
You're watching here on Beam TV. And now we're talking with Honorable Mayor Eddie Lowe and First Lady Lowe. Thank you all so much for your time. This has been beautiful. $8,000 you all have given out tonight for a community organization that are nonprofit right here in this community. That is such a blessing.
Yes, and what's really amazing about it, Loretta, is this time of year, it gives us a chance to reflect on how grateful we are and how thankful we should be. But also, it gives us an opportunity where people can see how we have people in this community who really, really cares about people in this community. And that's what we've done tonight, to be able to award these nonprofit agencies, these legitimate nonprofit agencies, with these monies to be able to help people in our community who's less fortunate. And you've heard me say this a million times, and I believe this in my heart. The quickest way to build up our community is to build the people up around it. And we've done that tonight through these agencies that are going out helping build other people who are less fortunate.
Wow.
And that's what we are created for.
Yeah, absolutely. And I will say, you and Lady Lowe are the epitome of servitude. And so I love the fact how you just embody that for this community, and the entire committee worked just as hard. So that's why we see the fruit of the labor you all have been putting in back into this community.
Well, first of all, we have to love people. We have to love each other. Life is not about you.
Yes.
And Deborah and I try to always live that. We try to teach that. And to the committee member people,
Yes.
they are people who really give of themselves. And that's the quickest way we can get ahead, is to build the people up around us. And that's what we're doing. And I'm so grateful that my wife keeps me on track.
Yes.
She pushes me, and we're doing this because we really, really care, and we really, really love people.
Absolutely.
And we want to make a difference
Absolutely.
in people's lives if we can.
And did I hear in 2022 the mayor's ball will be returning?
Yeah, that's our plans. We have it scheduled for June the 18th. It's the Saturday before Father's Day, so we want all the ladies to treat their husbands or their friends to the mayor's ball, June the 18th,
All right.
2022 at the Columbus Convention and Trade Center. And we're hoping that we will be able to have it this year. You know, we've not had it in the past 2 years. And I know, and we know that people are looking forward to it. And we
Yes.
pray and hope that we can continue to do these things to be a blessing for our community.
Well, Mayor, I'm going to say, because of who you all are, it's already done. I'm just going to go on and say that, okay? Because of who you are and your heart intent, it's already done. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
We also would like to thank our community for supporting us during this time. As Loretta stated, we did not have a ball in 2 years. However, your support was still there, and that allowed us to do what we're doing now to award the students as well as our nonprofit agencies. So thank you for your support, and we know if we didn't have your support, this wouldn't take place. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow, this represents what positively Phenix City looks like. You're watching here on cable TV.